Hey, what's going on, guys? Zeus here. Recently, I was able to finish Hellboy Web of Wyrd. Pretty cool game. It's one of those roguelikes. I'm pretty sure many of you have seen. That's really not my type of game, but you know, I'm very fond of Hellboy, and so I had to play it. And I had a lot of fun. It gets repetitive as it is the nature of games like this. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get Platinum right away because as it stands right now, the game has a major bug problem which won't allow you to complete the game or get the last trophy that you need to get the platinum on it. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that and to have a little sort of a mini guide regarding the trophies. And also I wanted to mention some of the issues, some of the problems I had, just in case that you decide to not just play the game but get all the trophies, because there is one in particular that, I mean, aside from the one that they haven't fixed, and there is another one that I don't think anybody has had that problem. So I wanted to talk a little about that, and so, well, let's get into it. Alright folks, so right now, so far I've put about 40 hours of gameplay. When I finished the game, I think I had 13 hours, and the rest is spent just grinding some of those trophies. So let's get the trophies. I'm gonna talk about the ones that are straightforward out of the way. So the ones we should talk about are Phase 1, Phase 2, 3, and 4. So shut down first military base. So basically, these ones you're gonna get once you finish every single regular area. Each area has 2 levels. Once you defeat the boss, then they're gonna send you back to the house, and then once you have finished all 4 of them, then you're going to face the Nazis, and they're gonna be basically hiding in the corrupted areas. So in each one of those corrupted areas, you're gonna find one of those generators, and then once you destroy the generator, you're gonna get these trophies. So there are 4 generators total for 4 areas, and so that's straightforward. So this one's Seed of Restoration. Once you finish the first area, when you rescue Lucky, then you're gonna get this one, and you're gonna get the first blessing as well. Faithless King is the first area, the Faithless Kingdom. Odiana is gonna be in the second one, Sari is gonna be in the third one, and Erebus is gonna be in the 4th area. So those are straightforward. You're gonna get it along the story. This one right here, Long Distance Color, this one you're gonna get it once you finish the game. Go for a post-game run, so the Coffin Men. The moment you finish the game and you get control of Hellboy again, all you have to do is go to any area and the trophy is gonna show up, so no problem there. 3 Nords, so you're gonna be able to equip 3 of the Norn blessings, and that's all you have to do. Get killed 3 times, well, that's self-explanatory. Talk to every BPRD NPC once. This one you can get it at the beginning of the game. Basically, you just have to talk to them once and that's it. Mooks are just the little guys. So you have a bunch of small enemies. Those ones are the ones that are going to provide you with some yellow crystals, and beat 50 of those. Perfect dodges, again, self-explanatory. This one is a little bit cumbersome. It doesn't work, at least for me. It doesn't work 100% of the time. But yeah, it's something that you're gonna get as you play. Okay, so now let's talk about the trophy that nobody has been able to acquire. As you can see right now, it's at 0%. Wake the Devil. And so acquire all modify Wyrd trophies. Basically, once you finish the game, you're gonna have access to all the areas again. And so every area is gonna have these floating skulls, right? And at the beginning they're gonna be in black and white. So every area is gonna have 3 of those, and those modifiers basically are going to make, in a way, the game harder, right? So some of those, one of them is no regen, which means your toughness is not going to regenerate, and the other one is that you're gonna hit hard, but your enemies as well. So enemies that are really tough, they might kill you with 2 hits. And the other skull, every time you finish a room, your weapons and charms are gonna change. Once you defeat each area, then the skulls are gonna change from black and white to color. And so you gotta do all 4 of those areas. Once you finish that, there is one more level that you need to do. Basically, all the military bases are gonna be up, and then you're gonna have this lever up here, and once you use it, then it's gonna open the portal to go through every single level. So basically, it is finishing the game one more time, right? The problem with this, and the reason why people haven't been able to finish or getting that particular trophy, is because once you go into the portal and go through the first area, the corrupted kingdom, and then once you finish the first reactor, then Hellboy is gonna, usually when he jumps from one area to the next, it's gonna be a loading screen, right? So he's falling, and then while he's doing that, the game is loading up the next area. But the problem is that it doesn't work. It just keeps on falling and falling, and yeah, so far they haven't fixed that. So that's the reason why people haven't been able to get platinum. Like I say, it's basically the same thing you did prior to finishing the game, but unfortunately with the modifiers, I guess nobody cared to basically test the game. Next we have this particular one, pancakes. So it reads, rank up all 3 boss blessing slots in a single run. So every time you get a blessing, either from the Norns or the bosses, you can level up that trophy up to level 3. And you're going to be able to do that finishing the game, since you're going to have all the areas open, and then you can go through every single corrupted in a single playthrough. So once you get 3 blessings from the bosses, then all you have to do is just stick to those 3 and make sure that you level each one of those to level 3. So the next one is Goodbye Mr. Deneva. Collect all 10 Deneva diary entries. This one, the entries, you can only get them in the corrupted areas. There's going to be a door with the symbol of a boss fight, you know. So you're going to go through that particular door, but you're not going to fight one of the area bosses. Instead, you're going to fight one of the guys in the mech suit, and so that's going to be basically a challenge. And once you defeat the guy, there's going to be a book there, and that book is going to put an entry into this particular trophy. Now it says 10, but if we go and talk to Benson and we go into Deneva, you see that we only have 6 entries. So I don't understand why it says 10, since there's only 6. But in any case, all you have to do is make sure that every time you go into a corrupted area, you go into the room with the boss symbol, defeat the guy, and keep doing it until you get your trophy. So now let's talk about Scholar and a Gentleman trophy. This one says collect all Lord trophies, and this is the one that is going to take you a while. And the reason why is because randomly you're going to find the items that you're going to need to fill up all the lore that is required for you to get this trophy. So let's get a deeper look into what exactly you have to collect. Okay, so here in this room, here you're going to find Benson and Matt, and you're gonna have these display cases. As you can see, I have everything filled up, and there is a book on every single one of them. So there is a total of 7 display cases. And so the way it works is these cases right here represent each area of the game. So this one is Krakow, which is the first area, the Faithless Kingdom. This one right here is the second area. This one with the anchor is the third area, and this one with the oil lamp is the 4th area. So once you have collected everything, you're gonna see these particular books appear. And so let's talk to Benson. And so if we go to this one right here, we're the Mesnes. So Krakow is the first area, like I said. If we look at the entries, we're gonna have 5 entries. So Bargain, Rumors, Paranoia, Crusaders, and Revenge. So each one of those entries are obtained when you pick up, in this particular one, Krakow, the first world, you're gonna find a sword in that pathway that connects to room, and it's gonna be random. Sometimes you might go for one run and you're not gonna find any of them. In Dune Hill, instead of a sword, you're gonna find some feathers. In Kaliazin, you're gonna find an anchor, and again you have to find 5 of those, and each time that you pick up one of those, it's gonna be an entry. If we look at Cobble Hill, same thing, 5 entries. In here, this is the one that it looks like the subway area, so you're gonna find an oil lamp. And so again, you just have to pick up 5 of those, and once you have found every item, then you're gonna see that the book has been placed in the display case. Now the same thing is going to apply to the Norns. So these 3 cabinets here represent the entries for the lore of the Norn. Here you have the section where the Norns entries are. So you have 3 Norns, right? Skull, Verdandi, and Urdur. And same thing, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 entries. Now the way this one is going to work is a little bit different. This one is going to require for you to find a specific room. And so you're going to see a blessing, and behind the blessing you're going to find a rock. That rock always is going to require of you, you have to pay in order to be able to get that entry. And the cost is 200 always. And so all you have to do is get 5 entries for every single one of the Norns, and once you have obtained that, then that's when you're gonna see the books again display here. Lastly, we have to talk about the ones that are gonna take a while, because those ones require more entries than anything else. So we talk to Benson again, and if we go to the Wyrd, so as you can see we have 10 topics: knots, strands, whispers, tulpas, signs, symbols, yarns, scatterings, mutterings, susurrus. So this one, each one of them have 5 entries as the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in this particular case, the item that you have to collect are skull piles, and you're gonna recognize them because they have this light coming out of them, right? And you're gonna find those also in the pathways that connect to room. Every now and then you might find one in a room with enemies, and in order to pick it up you do have to defeat every single enemy to get that entry. And so you have to pick up a total of 50. I mean, we have 10 topics. Each topic requires 5 entries. So this is going to be random, and you're going to get them in any area. It doesn't matter. Now here we have box full of evil trophy. Basically, not only you need to have all 3 blessings from the Norns equipped, but you need to level them up all the way to level 3. So next one we have Dr. Karp's experiment. So this one is similar to the Norns, but just make sure that you have 3 different blessings from the bosses. Same thing applies, in a single run, make sure that you have 3 of those equipped. Alright, so here we have the sleeping and the dead. Here you have to make sure that you break their toughness first, and then they're gonna have a bar that is gonna fill up. Once the bar is filled up, then they're gonna be stunned, and then you can go ahead and hit them so that they get smashed against either a wall or a column. And so you should do this when they have 2 or 3 bars of health so that you can kill them with 1 hit. Next we have the Bride of Hell. Defeat a big bad without punching it. Again, make sure that you break the toughness first, and once they have little health, then you can go ahead and shoot them, and you should get this trophy right there. The next 4 trophies are gonna be pretty easy to get. Here we have the first one. He's got a gun. Deal killing blow on an enemy with a pistol. So that's self-explanatory. Basically what you have to do is you have to defeat one of the big guys, not the mooks, but one of the big guys with a pistol. That's gotta hurt. In this particular case, you're gonna use the shotgun. Fireproof, you're not. We're gonna use the grenade launcher. Make sure that they don't have toughness, because if they have toughness, then chances are that might not go through. And the last one, this is the only charm that you're gonna use that has the ability to kill enemies. Okay, so the next trophy that I want to talk about is this one right here underneath the platinum one. And this one basically is, once you defeat the last boss, you're supposed to get this particular trophy. And as you can see, I mean, I already finished the game, but I don't have that trophy. I think the reason why is because there is this blessing that you get, the first blessing that you get from Duneva. And basically that blessing, if an enemy hits you, then it's going to reflect back all that damage. And so I think what happened is, when I was fighting Werner at the end, I remember that I had 2 health bars, and he was about to hit me, which, in turn it would have killed me. Instead of dying, it reflected back that damage. So technically I didn't kill the last boss. He basically killed himself. And so if you guys play against bosses, you might run into that particular problem. And I've been, as you can see, it's at 2.2%. So everybody who has played the game and has gotten that far, they already have that particular trophy. With that trophy also, you're supposed to get other one, the nature of the beast. So the particular trophy should appear the moment you defeat Werner at the end. Alright folks, so that's all the info I have regarding this particular game. Again, the only trophy that I think I'm the only one who had a problem with was that particular one that is supposed to get when you defeat the last boss, you know, and consequently getting the one for the nature of the beast. So I never got those two. And I think the only way for me to go back and get those trophies is one, if they fix the problem that the game has right now, or two, if I delete my save file and then I restart the game. I mean, that's the only way for me to be able to do it. Because again, right now, if I try, it doesn't pass the first military base. So that's the main problem right now. So I hope you guys found this mini guide helpful. I put all the information I know and I try to make it as concise as possible because it's a lot of information. So anyway guys, if you have any comments and if you find the video helpful, go ahead and give it a like, and well, hope to see you guys on the next one. You guys take care.